Well, good morning and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids, and this is just a follow-up to the plants I bought yesterday at our local show. I'll just show you what they are. I just got the four. There were some nice plants on show. I didn't know what I was buying, so I just picked them up and I thought I'll have something different. And in fact, I'm really enjoying having the different plants I'm getting at the moment. I've been getting Masdevallias and Draculas and all sorts of stuff. But what I got this time was these. I'll show you the label, then it's better. That's a new one on me, but we'll go through it afterwards. And that's the plant. All looking quite nice. Not small plants too, not over large, but very, very nice. And there was this one. Another nice plant. Another nice plant here, which is, we'll come to it in a minute. A right mixture. And then the last one I had before is that one. And I think this is ready for a good repot, this one. It's looking a bit, it'll be alright, but it's looking a bit down and out at the moment. Well, we'll just have a closer look at these one by one, and the first one is this one. A right mixture. And I'll tell you what I found out about it. Well, the genus Brasidium is an intergenetic hybrid between Brassia and Oncidium. Now this particular plant, part of it, is Brasidium orange charm, which used to be known as Adicidium, but Brasidium is now adopted by the RHS as being the correct name. Brasidium orange charm is a cross between Brassia aurantiaca and Oncidium, unguiculiatum. God, there's some names in these, isn't there? The Brassia being a solid orange colour and the Oncidium holding a large amount of yellow. But then this is crossed with Oncidium megaglossum, of which there is little info on the web. The Oncidium have large pseudobulbs and thin white roots. So when we get round to it, we'll have a look at how thin they are really, and if in fact they've got many. They need, according to what conditions you keep them in, they need watering approximately once per week in the warmer months and once a month in the winter time, but should never be allowed to come dry. Well, having said that, I think the first one we'll repot then is the Masdevallia vecchiana, which could do with coming in a little bit bigger pot. We'll just have a good look at it and have a look at the root system. Well, there's a piece of wire and a stake holding it together, so I'll cut the wire. Looks like it's going to flop a bit all over the place, but we'll soon have that right. Take that out there. Put the label down, I know where it is, and then we'll move this out of the pot. I can see one nice new growth here at the side, and the roots are lovely. And they don't look too bad, we'll just check them over. Problem is they're all soft, so we'll have to do a clean up job on that. Hello, looks like there's another plant there as well. So I've got an extra plant. Good. In fact, there are 3 plants here. Well, that's changed the apple cart a little bit, hasn't it? So I've got 3 plants there for a tenner. Well, I just cleaned these 3 plants up regarding the roots and any bad leaves or anything like that, and well, 3 plants. I'll see if I can find some pots to put them in. Well, I've cleaned all the roots up on here. I've took every bad root off, and there's not a bad root growth left in it, but I've finished up with 4. And there's a little one there with virtually no roots on at all. So I think I will put that one together again with that one, and then I'll do these 2 separately. So I think for a tenner for a plant like that, it's not a bad deal. But I'll pot them up into this new husk and we'll see how we got on with them. But before that, we'll just have a look at this these coconut husks, which have been soaking, well, I started soaking them a few days ago, and this is the 3rd soak. I put them in oral water, put them in last night, and I was just a bit bothered about the salt content of these, because if the husks are collected from around the beach areas, then they contain a lot of salt. So we'll just see how much there are in here. This has been soaking, as I said, overnight. It's been microwaved, and it's its 3rd wash. So we'll just see what the TDS is. So I've got the TDS meter, and we'll see what it measures now and see if we've got rid of a lot of the salts. Well, that's lovely. Put it on hold. And we'll see if we can get up to the camera and check what this is. Three parts per million. So that's lovely. So I'm going to empty that out, and then I'm going to put some calcium in, some magnesium and a little bit of phosphagen, and then we're just going to soak it in that before I repot these 4 plants. So in there now I've put 190 parts per million of calcium nitrate. I've put 50 thereabouts parts per million of Epsom salts, magnesium sulfate, and I've put approximately 60 parts per million, 70 parts per million of phosphagen. So I'm hoping the bark will soak quite a bit of that up, and then I'll use that for repotting whatever I'm going to repot today. Well, I've mixed the bark up with some of the husks, and I've put some perlite in. I'm getting a bit short of husks, so I'll just have to get some more and do some more soaking. But we'll see how we go with this. I think it's alright mixing it with a little bit of bark, but we'll see how it goes. Right, we'll just put the bigger one of the 2 up, of the 4, sorry, and hope I've got enough enough medium for them. I think I've just enough for this one. Now I'll have to make labels for them all, won't I? Oh, excuse me. I think that's the dust from the perlite. I mean, we used to get big perlite here. I think it was called sponge rock, but we can't get it anymore. And what they call large perlite here is this stuff I'm using, which is no more than, well, it says it's 6mm plus. It's more like 2mm plus. So I think that'll do for that one. Yeah, I'm not bothered about them being over potted or anything like that. It doesn't matter to, I don't think, to these Masdevallias or Draculas. I don't think you can over pot them. So that's the one done. It'll be the same mix for this next one. Well, I've got new growth here, so that's promising. I've got it all right, and I've got it to the right depth. This one's a little bit droopy. I think this is why the wire was round before, so I'll just stick that in there to stop it drooping. We've got a big clip we can just clip round to hold it. Or I'll find something better. Yep, that'll do. So that's another one done. And then we'll put these two small pieces, one with some nice roots on and the other with I think it's one little growing tip. I think we'll bind those together to begin with a little bit of moss. So we've got a little bit of moss, and we'll fasten these up at the right depth. I really don't like the moss going round and round. I'd rather it went up and down. And a bit difficult when you're playing with roots, because if the roots are coming out of a pot, then the roots are used to being dark, aren't they? So you've got to be careful when you mount them. You've got to make sure the roots are covered, and vice versa. If the roots are on a mount and showing, and then you're going to put them in a pot, well, you're taking them from light to dark, so you could ruin the roots. Not technical, just common sense. Put a bit of everything in here, so we can get these two going. I should have a nice show of these Vechianas. When they've all grown up in another year or two. can't see from my hand, can you? So sorry about that. But there we are, that's those two done up. So there we've got 3 plants out of 1. So there are the 3 plants all potted up, all come out of 1. Not bad for that. So I'll just put these on one side, find a nice place for them where it's nice and cool and drafty, and keep them nice and damp, and away they should go. You know, it's taken a long time to clean these up and do them. It's a good job I didn't video it, or else this video would be getting up to an hour long, and we don't want that, do we? Well, this one is and you can understand why I got that one. I'd never heard of the genus before, but I looked on the web and I found a little bit about it, so I'll tell you what it says. It says that Maclaclanara Pagan Love Song is a cross between Oncidium tiger butter and Brassia verrucosa. This plant was first adopted by Rod McClellan in 1978, but has now been renamed by the RHS as Brasidium. The plant is star-shaped with a large lip. The petals are brown, spotted over a greeny yellow background, with a yellow lip, which is also brown spotted. This isn't a colour I particularly like, but it'll be a while before it flowers, so I'll have to get used to its growing habits before the bloom arrives, and then I might like it. But I'm not going into potting these now, simply because I haven't got the potting resources are required that I want to put them in, so I can leave them, which is the husks, of course. I'll just have to nip round the corner and buy some more husks if they have any, and we'll leave all that for another day. Now the last one for today is this one. And I've looked this up on the web, can't find Campbell's Glacier anywhere, but I'll see what else it says. Well, this one says Bialara Campbell's Glacier. I mean, there is a Campbell's Glacier way up in the Arctic, but that's over 60 miles long, so I don't think it's appertaining to this plant. However, there is a Tahoma Glacier, and the shape of the flower is much like an Odontoglossum type, and is white with a light dark purple splashes in the centre portions. In temperate conditions, these should flower from winter to spring, and they like partial shade, a high humidity, but never allow them to dry out completely. And after flowering, just water them sort of twice a month. Again, I can't repot this until I've got some stuff for it. So I think we'll end that here, and or else it could go on for ages, this video. So I'll end that here. I'll nip round the corner, buy some more husks, and trying to make some more some proper medium out of it. So thanks very much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye.